Let's see. We ain't got an intro today. We can jump right into it. We ain't doing nothing else. I figured this would be a cool little thing to do with y'all, man. A cool little thing to do with the crew. I was just watching film on my own. I was watching the offensive line. I was looking at Ed Ingram because he's goddamn fantastic. But, you know what I'm saying? Combine's on. So I figured this would be a cool little time to watch the Combine with y'all, with my peoples. We ain't doing nothing else. Traylon Burks just ran a 4.55. Daniel Jeremiah predicted like a 4.4 something. I don't know. We just here to get some reactions, man. We ain't doing nothing else. We just chilling. Now, naturally, if y'all watching on the regular TV, I'm on the bootleg, so I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind on the on the stream or whatever, but it's cool. You'll get my reactions after you get them. Jahan Dotson is running right now. He's at a 4.41. So I've actually been watching wide receivers. I've watched some wide receivers on the Patreon. I've watched some on my own. I'm probably gonna watch some more on the Patreon or whatever. Let me just make sure the NFL Network feed is not in the stream. It's a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So yeah, I've been look, this is the funny part. I was gonna do this stream earlier, but boy, nobody care about tight ends, man. I care nothing about these tight ends running these 40s, bro. That's just how I feel. Man. So, I was gonna go live earlier, but F all that. We just gonna get busy. But quarterbacks are getting ready to throw, and I'd imagine they're getting ready to throw to wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? So we can make this a little party, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be here the whole time because I have to I gotta leave and go to a little workout session at like 7. So I gotta leave at I gotta be ready for 6:30. So this is gonna be like an hour stream. So whatever happens within the hour will be good. Tomorrow it'll be probably a little bit longer because we're looking at D lineman. O-line is tomorrow, I believe. Also, I'll go check. Give me 20 seconds. This is what Voch is here for. Big Voch cares if don't nobody else care. So tight ends, quarterbacks, wide receivers today. Tomorrow is offensive linemen and running backs, and I'll be tied up. I would have to leave at 8 or 7:30 at that point, so we can get a little bit of a longer stream for O-line and running back. I'm really interested to see how the linemen are going to test, and we can talk a little bit about how important these drills are to each position respectfully. Because a lot of this shit don't matter. But we'll talk about it a little bit. D-line and linebackers are going to be, Saturday? Thursday, Friday? Yeah, sure, Saturday. And DBs and place kickers and special teams folks going to be Sunday. So, just giving y'all an idea. We're probably going to have a couple of watch-alongs, you know what I mean? We're probably going to do this as a family a couple of times. So, hey, man, just be ready. Just be prepared. Just be ready. This ain't going to be a clean show. This is going to be a reaction show. So if you catch me being silent, pardon me. I do have the phone line set up. So if you want to call in and just ask a question, if you want to call in and give a reaction, if you want to call in and talk about pizza, you can do whatever you would like. The phone number's right there, 202-926-1127, access code 309104. And we'll just cross that road whenever we get there. All right? So, I don't think 40 times are super important when we're talking about anybody, really. 40 time is just a tradition thing. 40 time is just to kind of show up and see who the fastest guy is. If you look notoriously at your favorite wide receivers, most of them are like 4 or 5 guys. You know what I mean? I kind of had this joke that I always say that if you have a favorite receiver and he runs a 4 or 5, then that motherfucker gonna be fantastic. I mean, just like look at you guys. Like I think CeeDee Lamb was like a 4 or 5 guy. Nuke Hopkins is a 4 or 5 guy. Michael Thomas is one of those dudes. So, of course, film matters most in all these scenarios here. I'm looking for something. Pardon me. Film matters most in all these scenarios, of course. But 40 time, I think the fastest 40s are gonna be like DBs this year. And who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. So let's see. What's really going to be important? I want to see these guys catch off the routes they make them run. I think that's going to be fun. Just seeing guys' hands in general, and then when it's time for quarterbacks to throw, I want to see these coaches make these quarterbacks, make throws that they don't want to throw. Those throws are always fun. Those throws are always, always, always super fun. Let's see. I will not. I will not read that. I will not read that. Let's see. I'm not reading that neither. Let's see. I want who the owner. All right, cool. We can do this. I think we could do this a little bit. I think we can make this work. Let me find my sponsor button and cut it off so it can pop back up real fast. Hey, this watch along is sponsored by Manscaped. Shouts out to all my peoples over there that holding us down during draft season. We want to show them some love, give them big internet hugs. Shouts out to them, man. They're the leaders of below the belt male grooming. They have the best tools when it comes to cleaning up your man parts down there, man. The Lawnmower 4.0 ceramic blades, advanced skin safe technology. Those blades are replaceable. Go to manscaped.com, get you some more if they were to ever get dull. LED lights you can shave in the dark. It's waterproof so you can shave in the shower. They have this new ultra premium collection. All right, it's more than just shaving up. They want to keep you clean. This is a collection of wet shower goods with the body wash, with the shampoo and conditioner. It's a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, a deodorant, a lip balm. It's a spray-on hydrating skin situation, right? They want to get all your parts clean. They want to get all your parts all silky smooth and hydrated and all that good stuff. So whenever you go on your dates, whenever you do what you're going to do while March Madness is on the TV. When you up here trying to March Madness and chill, you want to make sure you're all clean and hydrated and stuff like that. Manscaped is holding you down. Go get a performance package. Go get a perfect package. Ultra premium. Get everything over there, right? But we want to save you some money. When you buying everything at manscaped.com, we want you to use promo code VOCH20, VOCH20, VOCH20 for free shipping and 20% off your purchase at manscaped.com. And we ship internationally. All right. So, hey, man, we ain't just helping folk in America. We helping folk all over the world, Craig. Not just America, but the world. All right. Manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Let's get back. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into this combine watch along. The logo is gonna be up there all day, man. Promo code VOCH20, man. We're gonna be reiterating VOCH20 throughout the stream, man. So just make sure you're listening. All right, make sure you're listening. Not gonna lie, Jaylen Naylor. Who's heard of him? Who's heard of him? Anybody? Anybody's heard of him? Anybody's heard of him? I never heard of Jaylen Naylor. Never in my life. Sky Moore ran a 4.39, so I'm sure brother Jeff Kavanaugh is jumping all over the place. Now, I will say this about fast guys, right? I know I just told you running fast don't matter. I know I just let y'all know that your favorite guys run 4.5s, right? I know I just said that. I know I just said it. Ignore me. I know I just said it. But your other favorite guys also, they're route runners. You know what I mean? You do have your 4-5 guys that run routes and they're good because they run routes. But if you get a guy that run routes and they're 4-3 guys, then you might have a special little situation going on. You know what I'm saying? Sky Moore is one of those route running dudes. Sky Moore, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people try to pigeonhole him into just a slot receiver type of situation. I think that's, for the most part, what he's going to be. How high do you draft a slot receiver? I don't know. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. But if you get you a dude that runs some of these fast 40s, but they're also fantastic route runners, they also know how to set up leverages and how to work these routes on top of being quick or being fast. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being quick is better than being fast. I just saw Nick Gashler earlier. He alluded to the idea that, sometimes he was talking about Traylon Burks. Traylon Burks is athletic. That'll make him a blazer, though. That'll make him a super fast, blazy dude because he's athletic. When you watch Trayvon Burks, yes, he does the Deebo Samuel thing, the line up at running back, line up at wing, line up at receiver, motion guy, jet sweep, do the short stuff, yak guy. He does that. But I was just watching Trayvon Burks. Trayvon Burks got some deep balls, man. He got some. He's won on some 50-50 balls, you know. So, you know, we can't be lazy with the evaluation of Trey Burks. We must be appropriate. You understand? Sips water. Slade Bolden, never heard of him. Now, it's the third day in March, okay? It's March 3rd. And I still think I got time before I get to, like, really know, like, you know what I'm saying? Before I really get to dig into who these guys really are. So at this point, I don't need to know who Slade Bolden is, does my Dougie? I don't need to know who this character is. It's too soon for me, but I'll probably know him by April. Let's see, Trayvon Burks is gonna run again. Are y'all watching on the TV or y'all watching on the bootleg? What y'all watching? Let me know what y'all watching. Came out stands kind of slow. Yeah, 4-5. Hey, Trayvon Burks, if you can be a good NFL player, you put yourself in some great company, sir. I had no idea Trayvon Burks. You ever seen a player play? And you have a hard time matching what they face would look like as a player. Trayvon Burks don't look like the kind of player that he plays like. Trayvon Burks looks like a route runny, pretty boy, quick type. You know what I mean? He looked like one of them clean feet cats. You know what I mean? But you watch his tape, he like running people over. He bullying people, slipping people, you know what I'm saying? Stiff arming people, Deboing people in the air. No pun intended on the Debo part. Like Debo looked like somebody that plays like Debo. Trayvon Burks looked like somebody that's probably a little more shifty. So I don't know. We learned lessons today. Let me see who's in the chat box, man. Let me see. Ooh, Trill is gone says Manscaped will shave a point off of your 40 time. I hope hold on, I didn't have the sound effects pulled up. You're getting a war call. So you getting a war call, sir. Give me 2 seconds for my sounds to load up. Give me 2 goddamn seconds for my sounds to load up. You got me messed up. Thrill is gone. Manscaped will shave a point off of your 40 time. Motherfucker. That is sheer brilliance, my good sir. Jahan Dawson, let's see what he do. Can you get in 4 threes? Nope. 4 3 4 4 4 7. I don't know why they make them run 2 of them. Their first attempt is normally their best attempt. So I don't know why they make them run 2. But I was saying something before I got off on this tangent about people running fast. Combine drills, right? So I think these drills are like super important for like DBs and shit, like change of direction guys. Like, oh, this is super important. Same thing for like offensive line, defensive lineman, or whatever. Like these coaches put you in weird positions to see how you come out of it. You understand? So let's just say, for example, like Trayvon Burks, right? Trayvon Burks, we know the like we've seen his movies, like short passes, bubbles, jet screens. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna make Trayvon Burks run a post corner deep to see if he can track the ball and catch it. That's what they're gonna make Trayvon Burks do. I don't think that's Trayvon Burks' game. I'm just simply letting you know what the combine's about to do to these people. I'm just letting you know what's about to happen to them. I'm letting you know right now. There's some more people in here that weren't in here at first. First of all, salute to y'all for coming through. Can I just work call y'all one time for coming through on this impromptu ass show that nobody planned for? We're just reacting to combine things. Can I just shout y'all out, fire emojis, work call and stuff, please? Appreciate y'all for coming through. For those of you that are late, that you know don't really know the rules of what's going on right now, I'm just gonna be here for an hour today because I got something to do. I got to leave the house at 6:30, so I'm doing this from 5 to 6. You know what I'm saying? Then as the days go on, it'll get longer. Then by the time we get to the weekend, by the time we get to the weekend, we'll have those long full shows. You know what I'm saying? But we're just reacting to combine things that we see. So guys are gonna run routes. Quarterbacks are gonna throw. Guys are gonna catch, and we're just gonna react to some of the things that we're gonna see. You feel me? You feel me? It's a couple noteworthy guys in this group of guys. You know, they cut the wide receivers in half. So there's this half of guys and there's this half of guys. I'm probably gonna miss the second half or whatever. But y'all tell me how it goes. It's gonna be a replay on. I'll check it out. But we're only gonna watch one half of them. So there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me pop the chat out so I can see y'all. Where's the chat? Oh, shit. I hit not participants. Oh, there's no pop-out chat option here. So I got to come over here. I got to go to YouTube. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it together. There's the pop-out chat button. Let me look at y'all for a minute. Let me see who's up in here. What does WPS mean? Let's see. Mystic Mike up in here. Okay, cool. Joe Sandberg up in here. Mark Pierre. Joe Sandberg's been in the Patreon. Shouts out to Joe. Nick Gashel been in here, who has not been in the Patreon. Myra Cartel Isaiah was good. Khalil Shakur is my pet cat. Wish he was running. That's you know what? Something else too that we seeing. You know, it's like every year, like a tradition gets taken away from us. You know what I mean? Like Christmas is getting a lot more boring. I can't wait for like Valentine's and shit like that to get boring, so we can just take that off our plate. But I really think Combine is gonna fail to exist at some point, and I think they're trying to pageant up the Combine. They're trying to make it viewer friendly because there's a fan base that goes along with it, but. You know, they need to understand like what their fan base is. Their fan base is hardcore draft fans, not casual football fans. Casual football fans don't give a fuck about this. But like hardcore draft fans will watch this wherever you put it. You see what I mean? So I don't like just having a crowd of people at the Combine. You know what I mean? There's a couple cats that went up to go run their 40-man. People started clapping and shit. Hey, Purdue, we're in Indianapolis, so we're going to clap for all the people close to us. All right. Penn State guy, you know what I mean? I'm not fooling with it. I'm not fooling with it for real, man. Get these folks up out of here. 40-yard dash, who we miss? Fry Gogol, son, I'm never saying his name. If he get drafted, I'm never calling this man Fry Gogol, Fogel, bifocal. Not gonna be able to do it. Oregon got a receiver in here. Let's see. Hurricane Lane, what up? Linebackers and D-line, come on another day. Sheila in the chat. Hey, Sheila. Devon Lloyd going to be a top 15 pick after. So I do expect some guys to come in here and tear it up numbers-wise, you know. Bernard Raymond, the offensive lineman, the 300-pound tight end or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I expect him to show up and have a great combine. Like I said, I expect all the DBs to show up. Don't ask me about running backs. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about them. We know Kayvon's going to show up and look great. I'm interested to see what Jermaine Johnson looks like in some of these drills that's going to test out his flexibility and shit like that, you know? That's what Sky Moore look like. That's what Sky Moore look like. Sky Moore look like Andy Isabella. Hey, y'all saw Andy Isabella demanding a trade. Get out of here, sir. We ain't listening to you. Not listening to you. Who I said? What else? Who else is gonna have an interesting combine to watch? Jordan Davis shouldn't even be here, to be fair, but whatever. We're gonna watch him. Let me ask y'all. Let me just ask y'all this, chat. Since we ain't doing nothing else, fuck, I'm gonna miss Malik Willis. Let me ask y'all this, chat. Like, have y'all figured out Trayvon Walker yet? Does anybody have a concrete answer on what to say about him? Yeah. Anybody got an answer? I'm just waiting to listen. I'm just waiting to listen to see what y'all got to say. Do y'all have Stephen White? Find a lady that makes sides. Deep thoughts by Vi. Well, I ain't got to find a lady that makes sides because like Sheila's in the chat right now. I know she cooked some sides today, so we ain't got to find nobody that's making sides. Sheila in the chat right now. But have y'all figured out Trayvon Walker? I thought I had Trayvon Walker, pretty much down, and I'm listening to Dane Brugler talk about it, man, and I'm just such a big fan of trusting my own thoughts, man. I just trust my thoughts. I've second guessed myself so many times in my career. I'll never do it again. I'm just watching Trayvon Walker, man. I'm just like, all right. And I'm hearing Dane Brugler talk about him. He's talking some cash shit about Trayvon Walker. And I'm like, all right. I'll watch Trayvon Walker again. Nothing changes. Cool. Is he a guy that has to develop into who he is? Is he, you know what I mean? Like what are we gonna do with Trayvon? Chat, y'all give me y'all's thoughts on Trayvon Walker. Because when I watch him, I just see Georgia putting him in different spots. I see Georgia, he may have a rep versus center, a rep versus guard, a rep versus tackle, a rep dropping back in coverage. And I'm just watching, I'm just like, can y'all give me some thoughts? I'm here to listen to what you got to say. Thomas Carey says, Daniel Falile, offensive tackle, Minnesota. Please review. We have in the patreon.com/vochlombardi if y'all ever want to, if you ever want to figure out where I got my analysis from, you can, I don't watch all film on Patreon, but we have seen Daniel Falile on Patreon, and I keep confusing him with J2 File. I don't confuse him. I keep calling him J2 File. Pardon me. What Stephen White say? Stephen White funny as hell. Hold on, what did he say? I keep calling him J2 File, but my big problem with Daniel, bro, is that he's huge, but he don't play huge. He plays like a smaller guy. If you looked at him as a smaller guy, he plays well enough to be like, okay, well, he's solid, you know what I mean? But he don't play like a big guy. And I just have this bias when it comes to like big guys playing small. I just got problems. I'm about to go to the phone because for some reason Nick Gaston wants to remind me that he's on the phone. Like I can't see him. Like I see him right here. I was just looking at my chat real quick. Stephen White, there you go. It says you haven't looked into his beautiful eyes. Relax, Steve. Relax, sir. Walker doesn't half-ass efforts like Kayvon Thibodeau. Mess. All right, let's get Nick Gash on the phone. Apparently, he got something to say. I guess we'll listen to him. We ain't doing nothing else. What up, Nick?
What's going on, Voch?
Cool, my guy. What you got for my show today?
I'll talk about Trayvon Walker real quick.
Okay.
Because I feel like I have him figured out, but, I mean, it's not 100 because he's really kind of hard to figure out, right?
Hard to figure out.
Starting out, he's raw as hell. Like, he doesn't have a pass rush move in his damn body. He's very good at speed to power.
Sure.
But that's about it.
Sure.
High motor, high athleticism levels and whatnot. He's got the IQ. I feel like his get off and strength is solid. But again, he's more of like a developmental guy. Would I take him over a guy like George Karlaftis? I would not. Would I take him over a guy like David Ajabo? I would not. And the Hutch question is not even, I mean, obviously I'm taking Hutch over him. Would I take him over a guy like Kayvon Thibodeau? Maybe.
Well, see, okay, so this is the question, right, Nick Gash, and this is how I'm going to present the question. I'm going to give you three names. I just kind of want you to rank them: Kayvon Thibodeau, Trayvon Walker, and Jermaine Johnson.
Well, grade-wise, I have Kayvon, Trayvon, and then Jermaine.
Kayvon,
but if I were
Trayvon,
a GM sitting in the draft room, let's say I'm the Broncos at 9, we need an edge, and all three of these individuals happen to be on the board, I'd take Trayvon, and then I'd take Kayvon, and then I'd take Jermaine.
I taught you better than that, Nick Ashley. You shouldn't build your board to comply to somebody's alleged talent level. You should build your draft board as if you were going in there to draft these people. So if you would have rather draft Trayvon over Kayvon, then Trayvon needs to be higher on your board than Kayvon. Don't be a coward now, nigga. I taught you better than that.
Right. And my grading system is pending under review after this draft.
You're not old enough. You're not old enough to have a pending draft system. Sorry, I know you're being a coward, Nick Gash. Is what you're being. You got players that you like more than the question mark guys, but the question mark guys are ranked higher. So you gotta show love to the question mark guy. Nick, don't be scared. Don't be scared to bump them question mark guys down your list, man. Because I ain't. Don't be scared to do it.
Yeah, I get it.
If you like guys better than the question mark guys, then they need to be higher up your board than the question mark guys. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think Trayvon has like there's a difference between upside and upside that you can like see and tell that that's going to be where he is in a couple of years. I feel like Kayvon Thibodeau is a dude with a ton of upside.
Sure.
But Trayvon Walker is a dude with a ton of upside. You can watch and be like, well, I can see him panning out. I can see him. I can break down the things that he needs to fix specifically for him to be good. It's a similar situation if we go to linebackers with a guy like Devon Lloyd versus a guy like a Christian Harris. Like when I watch Christian Harris from Alabama, I see a very athletic guy who's great in coverage. He's a little inconsistent, but he has a really fast trigger. I can see him fixing some of these inconsistencies. He over-pursues a lot of his gaps. He's going to get a good linebacker coach to come in and tell him, hey, don't go so far over when you see the running back. Be a little bit more cautious and then fill the gap when you need to. I can see a linebacker coach doing that for Christian Harris. I can see Devon Lloyd getting that and not knowing what he's doing because he is very tentative in his processing and doesn't feel comfortable in doing that and ends up making a bad play against the run. He's also not physical.
For sure. Let me ask you a question. Have you been watching wide receivers?
I have, like on the combine or just like tape?
Just in general.
I have like 20-ish wide receivers that I've watched.
Okay, so it's safe to say that you've watched the Ohio State kids.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Cal Howard in my chat box right now. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about C.J. Stroud, just in general? I just want to hear your thoughts on C.J. Stroud.
I think he's kind of a bum, if I'm being honest.
I agree. And look, Cal Howard sitting in the chat talking about some voucher shitting on my guy C.J. Stroud in the Patreon video. C.J. Stroud will be the first quarterback off the board next year. Just watch. I don't care where anybody gets drafted. Teams suck at drafting. That happens every year. But, boy, you can't feel good about that motherfucker. At least not based on the – bro, I was watching Olave and I was watching both, but I was watching Garrett Wilson in particular. And it's like every game I'm watching Garrett Wilson smoke somebody with routes, with route running. And Stroud just will not throw it to him. He's so afraid to throw to the wide open route running guy. And if he's throwing to the speed dude, he'll overthrow the ball, just be all over the play. Oh, goodness, C.J. Stroud bothered the shit out of him. He ain't even in this draft. But it's hard to watch the Ohio State wide receivers without hating on his ass.
Now get this, and I know you don't watch tight ends, but I've watched a couple. One of the guys that I came across was Jeremy Ruckert from Ohio State.
Kept throwing to him.
Ruckert is really good. I like Ruckert.
Kept throwing to him.
Open almost every single play.
He kept throwing to him.
He doesn't throw to him.
He does not throw to the tight end. That's 87, right?
He does not throw to. He rarely throws to the tight end.
So I wonder who the hell he's throwing to.
He likes JSN a lot. The underclassman guy at number 11.
Yeah, okay, I know him for sure.
I'd say Wilson is his second target, but he doesn't target him nearly enough.
Yeah.
Olave third, and then Ruckert fourth. But I love Ruckert because he's always open, and he just does not get the ball.
It seems like the motherfuckers not getting drafted is always the one showing out over there. Like show your draft guys some love. Like, because if you look at Garrett Wilson's last year tape, Garrett Wilson got a couple 200-yard games. A couple of them. Because they was feeding him. That was a different quarterback, I think. But they was feeding him. I look at C.J. Stroud just won't throw it to him. And it frustrates the shit out of me. Both of them cats.
I like Garrett Wilson. He doesn't need the ball to prove that he's a wide receiver one in this class, but it sure does help.
Yeah. What else you got for the show, man? What else? What else you been researching? And like I said, it's still March 3rd, so I got time to catch up to you. I'm really grinding right now. I watched a lot of film today. Ed Ingram is a is a second round talent. He's a late first round talent.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, nice.
I love Ed Ingram, man.
Oh, that son of a bitch, nice. I doubled up on him. I watched some Bernard Raymond. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of double up on him. I like doubling up on film nowadays, right? I watch guys in passing.
Yeah.
I watch a guy quickly, and then if I feel like I don't have a real answer on him, I'll go back and just double up. I definitely had to double up on Ed because he had a good Senior Bowl, so I had to really watch him. But Bernard Raymond is a little more interesting than I thought. I'm not buying the draft this dude top 15 talk. I'm not buying that.
No, not at all.
I'm not buying that. But I think if he's gonna play tackle, he's gonna get pushed up the board a little bit. You know what I mean? And somebody's gonna like him. Plus, with this combine thing, he still run like a tight end, I guess. He's gonna blow it up numbers wise, and he might end up being drafted higher than like Penning or something. So because Penning ain't gonna test very well. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like Raymond. I don't think taking him in the top 20 works, but I think taking him in the top 40 might work. Maybe on the lower end of that 40, but that's it. He's an interesting guy. Who's the other guy? Ed Ingram. I love Ed Ingram.
For sure.
That man knows how to pass protect. He knows how to pass. Like, he is so good at it. I mean,
strong.
He's crazy at it.
Strong, physical, nasty. Yep. Love it. Love it to death.
All right. Last thing, because I got to run.
Go ahead.
Have you watched Devon Lloyd yet?
Yep.
What do you think of Devon Lloyd?
He plays linebacker like a safety.
Is he instinctive?
He cool.
Is he physical?
He's fast. He can cover. I think he has to be like a will linebacker.
Player?
I think.
Yeah.
I think he has to play. I don't think he has a choice but to play will linebacker. I don't think he has I don't think he has like Mike skills. I don't think I don't mind Devon Lloyd. Like, it just depends on where you get him. I've seen mocks that had him top 10. I think that's ridiculous. If you're in the 20s, if you're in the 20s and you want Devon Lloyd, I feel like you can live with that a little bit better. But he's a coverage linebacker, which is really where the league is going. So you got to give him points for that. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of just in terms of what you're looking for, I don't think it's close between him and Dean. It was a conversation for a little bit based on what the people was talking about, but him and Dean is not even close in my personal opinion.
I 100% agree. I have a video out on that on Gasler's Draft Network if the audience was willing to check that out. I have a mid-third round grade on Devon Lloyd just because if he's not a complete linebacker, I don't like him that much. And he's not too physical, which really makes up a lot of the traits that I look for.
Sure.
And that kind of hurts his grade. I think I agree that the NFL is going to value coverage linebackers, and that's why he's getting a lot of hype right now. But I don't understand the top 15 hype. I don't understand any of that. I've watched it several times. I've watched it from a perspective of let's have him play inside. I've watched him from a perspective of let's have him play Sam or Will.
For sure.
I just don't see it, man. I don't know what to tell you.
For sure. Appreciate it, Nick Gasher. Drop your stuff in the chat box, and we'll pass it around. We'll pass that note around. Appreciate you. Danny Savage in the chat box says, Voch, you don't watch college football in the fall, do you? I do. But as draft evaluators, and I put an S on that because I'm talking about all of us, right? Watching football in the fall has nothing to do with watching football during draft season. You understand? Or how we evaluate players accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So C.J. Stroud is a good college football quarterback. But if we're evaluating draft, we're looking at those players differently. You understand? Just like try to give you a good example here. Like Traylon Burks, right? Traylon Burks is a super dynamic ass player. Super dynamic, super fun to watch. You understand what I'm saying? Super. As a college football player, he's a weapon. If we're breaking down him as an NFL draft prospect, you got to start looking at flaws and taking little pieces away. If this was just about taking a guy and installing him in an offense, you ain't got nothing to say about Traylon Burks. Watching him in passing or whether he's a good receiver or not, that don't mean nothing. It's about applying him as, it's about applying his skill set to a draft analysis. That's all I'm saying. So C.J. Stroud, yeah, sure, he's a good college football player, sure. But if we're breaking down throws and I'm watching Olave and Wilson and we're breaking down his throws, I go. But good concern though. Tyler Smith, I'm assuming that's the Tulsa kid. I'm watching him soon. Hang tight. Where was I at so I can run back down? I was at Danny Savage here. Cool. Steven. What's up, Steven? Steven White. What's your opinion on Marcus Jones, DB from Houston? Too soon, but I got you. I haven't dug into DBs just yet. You're joking about Penning, right? Kid squats 650 50 pounds and can do a windmill dunk. Danny Savage, I like you, but I don't. I like you, Danny, but I feel like it's a. I feel like we've been doing something weird for the past month or so. Me and you just. I ain't saying we having a back and forth or nothing. I feel like we've had a weird little month. Danny Savage, I don't know. You're joking, right? You're joking about Penning, right? Kid squats 650 and can do a windmill dunk. Danny, I like you, man. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just chill. I'ma just chill. Give a fuck about no windmill dunk, dog. Nothing better than opinions without reason. Who did that, Ian? Who did that? Who did that? Voch, you double dipping at any particular position to draft offensive guard or offensive tackle or wide receiver. I feel like we should draft offensive line every year. That's my philosophy. But if your first round pick is a clear, we're gonna start this dude offensive lineman, then like maybe third, fourth round or something. If there's another offensive lineman you want to tap in to be like a swing guy until we get life figured out, yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. John Linder. Salute my guy, drop €5. He says, thanks for the draft info. Keep up the good work, Jelani Woods. I feel like we just saw him. 24 reps on the bench press. Has anybody other than PFF watched his tape yet? Let me be honest with you. Two positions I avoid during draft season, fullbacks and tight ends. I avoid the shit out of tight ends. I just avoid them. I treat tight ends and fullbacks like special teams players. I just, they upset me. I'm just not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm just not here for it. Voch, watch Luke Tenuta. I'll get there. A mid-third round grade. Okay. Oh, you're okay. I get you, Ian. Ian, you're talking about Nick Gash. Okay. Yeah, I think a mid-third round grade is a bit low for me. I'm not grading Devon Lloyd a mid-third round guy, but I do think having him as a top 10 player is a bit weird. But we can do Devon Lloyd like in the late first or something like that. I dig that. I dig him in the late first, Like, if it's like Devon Lloyd or N'Kobe, I'm saying N'Kobe. If it's Devon Lloyd versus Kenyon Green, Kenyon. Devon Lloyd versus Linderbaum. Devon Lloyd versus Jordan Davis. That might be like your first debate because, like, position value, maybe. Devon Lloyd versus any of the top 6 receivers. I think it's some conversation to be had there. But I don't hate you for liking Devon Lloyd. I don't mind nobody liking Devon Lloyd. Me personally, I think everybody has things that they're looking for. Nick Gasher looks for certain things in linebackers that I look for differently. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just that. It's just that. Whoa, we didn't scroll down too far. Hold on, got a little too much dip on my chip. Jahan Dotson opinions? Soon. I'll get there to you soon. Danny Savage says Penning is stiff, but he can do a windmill dunk and squat 650. I actually like Penning. I like Trevor Penning a lot. Voch watches his Cowboys in the fall. I watch all football. I watch college football. College football is better than NFL football, to be fair. A lot of people don't like me saying that. Like, but how I prioritize it is I got Cowboy football over everything, then college football, and then other 31 teams in the NFL. That's how I got it ranked. You know what I mean? So I'm like true to this Cowboy shit. But just the product, I would rather watch Eastern Illinois versus Texas Tech versus Jags versus Browns. Straight up and down. All day, every day, Mr. Wolf. I put that on everything. I put that on the hood, boy. I put on everything. Everything. So I watched both. Sure, I watched both. Voch, how does Wan'Dale Robinson fit in the Cowboys offense? I'm looking for complimentary pieces. Too soon for me, but I have it soon. Too soon for me, but I'll have it soon. Let me scroll in here. What? You done. Let me cut that off so we can. All right. Here we go. Rubbing your sticks together, somebody's bound to get burnt. Hilarious. The Michigan State, and Purdue film would change your mind. His shoulder was fully healthy those games. I believe I watched a couple of them games. I watched a lot. I watched a lot of them kids, man. I watched a lot of Olave and look. I'm not saying. Look, all right. Stroud missed some throws. Stroud refused to throw to Wilson when he was open. Stroud got trouble with Reeves, man. But look, I'm not here to fight you on your quarterback. If you're an Ohio State fan and you like, fine. If you feel like he's going to be the first pick, he might be. The first pick this year got some badass throws too. So, you know. Shit. Myra say, what do windmill dunks got to do with the NFL? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Sky Moore slot only or OBJ? Dude has some of the biggest hands, and now he runs a 4.3, 4.39, 40. I'll get back to you. I'll definitely get back to you on Brother Sky. I think I've seen some of his some of his YouTube work, but the all 22 of what it is, directional obscure state. I gotta find some northwestern obscure state. I gotta find some all 22 on there to get a good look at his route running. But I'm familiar with the player. Penning does play with a good temperament. I agree. Andrew Bailey says it ain't better, but it's more fun to watch. In my humble opinion, just my humble opinion, if it's more fun to watch, that makes it better. Just my personal opinion. We talking about college football here, right? Just talking about. I think I love it from the top to bottom. I love the rules of it. I love overtime. I love off season. I love the structure of it. You know what I mean? Like Russell Wilson gets to be with a team for 9 years, and that team damn near looks the same for 9. Like the core of that team is the same for 9 years. Alabama changes every 3 years. Georgia team has changed every 3 years. Clemson's team has changed every 2 to 3 years. That's why I listen to people, man. They be like, but I was on the internet or something. Like I was on Twitter or something, and they was all like, well, Voch. Traylon Burks going through the gauntlet here. It was like, well, Voch, I don't like college football because the same thing happens every year. Not true. Alabama got a lot of rings, but some of them champions were defensive teams. Some of them champions were run-first teams. Some of them champions were, super offensive with a Tua Tagovailoa. Others were super offensive with a Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? Every 4 years, something changes, right? Plus, I love mismatches. I love mismatch. Everybody in the league is good. I love it when we line up against a team, two college teams line up against each other, and there's a clear, I'm a 5-star cat and you're a civilian. I'm the mismatch. Let's get smoked, my guy. Like it's just something better. it's just something that's just so much better about college football, in my personal opinion. Y'all ain't gotta, y'all ain't gotta run with that. You know what I'm saying? But just because I said it or whatever. But college football, just in my personal opinion, is much better than NFL. Just my personal opinion. Don't sleep on Justin Ross. That's my thing about Justin Ross, right? You can have that. Justin Ross was fantastic with Trevor Lawrence. Love Justin Ross with Trevor Lawrence. See, he ain't been that guy since Trevor Lawrence left. So I'd imagine whoever draft Justin Ross, I want their quarterback to be good. You know, translations. You know. Where I leave off at, I want to see y'all's questions, man. I want to see y'all's. Hey, Scott Moore going through the gauntlet. Let's look at him. I had no clue Scott Moore looked like this. Boy, the helmets really take away a lot of the personality of the players, but just a lot of personality, man. Voch, you got any edge players we can get in the 4th round or later? Oh, it's plenty of them. It's plenty of them, because most of the edge players that we talk about, I don't really like them as 3rd round guys. I think it's a handful of 1st round dudes, like 5 or 6 1st round dudes maybe. Then maybe 2 2nd round guys. That's Barre from South Carolina and Boye Mafe from like Minnesota. And just to be fair to y'all, the 1st round guys clearly, Aiden, Kayvon, Trayvon, Jermaine, George, or whatever, right? And David Ojabo, so that's 6. Boy, the rest of these cats, you can throw them straight in day 3 and draft them when you want them. You can throw them motherfuckers straight in draft 3, in day 3, and just take them whenever you want to take them. Ibidiki, whatever you want to do with them. What's my man from Majai Sanders? Take him in day 3. Do what you want to do with him. Just pick a defensive end. These stand-up linebackers this year. These stand-up linebackers this year are so interesting because they're better versus the run than they are pass rushers, but they slim. So strange to me. I don't get it. I'm gonna keep looking at the comments here, but we're gonna get Tyler the Scout in for one last call today before I got a boogie. What's up, brother Tyler?
Mr. Lombardi, it's good to jump in here with you. I know I'll be the last call today, so I will be brief.
No problem.
What are you taking away from the Combine? I know it's only day 1. Is there anything that you want to see on screen outside of now generally speaking, the Combine, the most important thing, at least from the scouting perspective, is the interviews.
For sure.
But the Combine's kind of turned into a made-for-TV event. But
for sure,
is there a certain drill that you will take away the most things from? Is it the 3-cone? Is it the 40? What is your take on what you are trying to see, at least on the TV screen right now?
First of all, let me just say tight ends make me incredibly sleepy. But what I think the Combine does, like I mentioned earlier, I think Combine does a great job of taking players away from an element that's comfortable for them, right? So we'll watch a player, we'll just say Treylon Burks. If you watch his film, he lines up at wing, he lines up at running back, he does jet sweep things, he'll have a deep ball here and there, 50-50 ball, and that's kind of what he does. The Combine is going to go, I want you to run a post corner, track the ball for 10 yards and catch it. And let's see if you can do it. You see what I'm saying? So I do think
with 5 different quarterbacks.
With five different, absolutely. So I do think generally when you draft a player, their film matters more, and you should just take the player and do what they do best. But we get to learn, right? Some of these systems kind of pigeonhole these guys. Like Trey Burks could be a fantastic route runner, but Arkansas only wants to do short stuff with him. I had a very chicken or the egg conversation with my Patreon crew the other day. I was like, do they limit Treylon to just the slot and these things because they're bad at quarterback, or is Treylon bad at receiver? So we get to answer some of those questions today. If he can do some of those wide receiver things, we get to go, hey man, Treylon Burks ran some routes. They was pretty crisp. He was tracking the ball good, and he da-da-da-da-da-da. So we learn more about these guys within these drills. Also with quarterbacks, if you're a quarterback, let's just say, for example, I love shitting on Paxton Lynch. If you're, or Watch this. Like Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert is a better example. Justin Herbert's offense in Oregon did him no favors. He did a bunch of RPO stuff, a bunch of little short stuff. When in real life, Justin Herbert has a cannon with fantastic ball placement. Combine can expose that a little bit by making you throw these throws that you're normally not comfortable with. If you're at a pro day, you have a script and you're really only throwing throws that you're comfortable throwing. You're going to throw in some nuance and you're going to prepare for this stuff. But these coaches are going to hit you with this nonsense just to see if you can do it. I think watching the Combine, besides interviews and injuries, the nonsense that coaches throw at these players just to see if they can do it. I think that's the most important thing to be looking for.
Have you heard any of the weird ass questions that teams are already asking these kids?
I haven't heard nothing weird, nothing in particularly weird. Like, do you have something that you want to share with us?
Yeah, so basically Seattle is who I would say kind of takes this to the extreme. But Philly did this thing where they wanted guys. They told their guys, whoever's in their room, all right, there is a wallet with $1,000. You're in a hotel lobby. There's a wallet with $1,000 in it. What do you do? And that was it. There was no follow-up. You weren't allowed to ask a follow-up question. It was, what do you do? And then they based it. Yeah, there's some personality shit there. There's things like, oh, who would you rather be, a dog or a cat? Like, they'll ask some weird ass questions in these interviews, but that was the one that they'll ask, like, open-ended kind of like character tests, I guess, if you want to ask that kind of thing. But yeah, that was one that stuck out to me.
But see, that's so silly to me. First of all, because I'm long-winded, I have a lot of nuance. I want to know the details of your questions because I got scenarios and shit. Because I could be like, hey man, what if I pick your wallet up to try to find the owner, but then you catch me picking up your wallet, now I look funny because I done picked your wallet up and you think I'm stealing it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have follow-up questions. But if the Seahawks are the ones asking weird questions, it's because they probably ain't got draft picks and they don't care what they say to these people, so who cares? Them and the Rams can ask all the weird questions they want. But the weird question thing, I don't understand. I don't think it helps you figure out a player anymore than asking them a football question. It's a big waste of time. What I think it is, I think they want to see how thoughtful people are. Like, would you put thought into your answer, or will you just go, man, I don't know? But if I'm drafting Derek Stingley because I think he's a great man cover corner, he can straight up say, I'm taking that $1,000 and stealing it. And if you can cover, that's fine. But Tyler the Scout, watch this. You ready, sir? You ready for Voch's answer to what if there was a wallet with $1,000 in it? What would I do? You ready for Voch's answer?
Lombardi answer?
How the fuck you know $1,000 in the wallet? You must have planted it, or you must have stolen it. How you know it's $1,000 in that? That's what I say to him, and shock the whole fucking room. And you know what? They're gonna draft me because I'm a thinker, because nobody else said that shit. Come on, Ty. Let me work on myself. We ain't doing nothing else. Chat box, how was my answer? Tyler, how was my answer?
That was phenomenal, buddy. I would have drafted you if I was in the room.
Of course you would, man. How you know it's $1,000 in that motherfucker, man? Whatever. Whatever. What else you got though for us, Tyler?
The Colts will bring in a Navy SEAL commander to their draft room for their combine. The Colts bring in a guy who used to be in the Navy SEALs and was a commander in the Navy SEALs and like did the personality testing for the Navy SEALs, and they want his input about what to look for in certain guys for the team because he quote unquote builds warriors and builds teams to go to war. So. That's their takeaway. I remember watching a whole video on that.
Team's so desperate to just try to get an edge, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna we're gonna make people take a lie to take the test. You know what I'm saying? So we can. Come on, son. How do you feel about Rihanna being pregnant? How do you feel?
If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah. This is silly, man. This is silly. But if we're going back to how would Voch ask these questions, and there's somebody in the chat box watching right now that knows how I would react to something like this, I would legitimately listen to their question and go, ugh. I really got to answer this nonsense. I would really fake throw up in my mouth audibly, loudly, so y'all can hear it and go, ugh, really? Really?
Yep.
But whatever, my guy. Tyler the Scout, it is 6:06. I got a boogie, man.
See you,
This was a fantastic call. Thank you so much. We're gonna be live reacting to Combine for the next couple of days, sir. So, hey, man, be sure to tune in if you ain't doing nothing else, my guy. Appreciate you.
We'll do, Voch. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Talk to you tomorrow.
For sure. Sugar Daddy Williams, what would you do if you found a wallet with $1,000 in it? You wouldn't do nothing because you a sugar daddy. You got plenty of thousands of dollars. You wouldn't worry about it. You wouldn't worry about it. You lose thousands of dollars a day on them young women. You ain't worried about that. And Sheila over there waving at Sugar Daddy Williams. Sheila, what you waving at Sugar Daddy Williams? What you waving at him for? What you cooked today, Sheila? Anyway, yeah, man. So they got the quarterbacks out there throwing. I see. Not going the way you thought it was gonna go, did you? Talking about I'm gonna be mad at you. It ain't going the way you thought it was gonna go, did you? That's what you get. So this is where we're at now, chat. I got a boogie. I appreciate all 222 of y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this again tomorrow. We're gonna do it again tomorrow for the running back and offensive lineman. Then we're gonna go defense, and that's really gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a little more time to dig into defense and not cut these streams off early. You understand? So appreciate y'all for coming in. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. And if you want to watch any film on these players with me, we watch it together over on patreon.com/vochlombardi. Go watch the roundtable if you haven't, man. The roundtable's daggum fantastic. We had a really, really good one, and I'm debating on whether the roundtable should be a little bit longer. Good job keeping your feet in. Whether the roundtable should be a little bit longer. I don't like to hold y'all too long, but hey, man, some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all like to get down. Everybody make sure to tune in to Jeff Kavanaugh's show tonight. Jeff's new show is awesome. Voch, you better jump in his chat tonight. Well, Voch is going to be working out, so I can't hop in there, but I do support Jeff and everything that he does. So, yes, y'all, go watch the Jeff Kavanaugh show. That's my guy. Y'all go hold him down. And go watch all our guys. Go watch Law and Will Steele and Flister King, Collier. All those guys, man. Watch it. And watch Voch Lombardi, goddammit. Y'all hold it down for Dosky, Wolski, Peasky, Whiskey, man. Until next time, y'all, my special Thursday. Peace.